Hey guys, so I am painting today because I also paint apartments for my boss amongst insurance things. But I wanted to talk to you real quick. I gotta make this short. So I briefly mentioned what's been going on in my life. And so my husband and I are definitely in a trial right now. First thing is my mom passed away in August, and that has not been easy. Obviously, I was close to my mom, but God has given me great peace in regards to that. But then, we are going to court for my stepdaughter, which is stressful and expensive. We don't have a lawyer, we can't afford a lawyer, and there's court fees and things like that we have to take care of. So there's that. And then my husband just broke his arm almost 2 weeks ago now. He had to have surgery. We do not have insurance. And he will not be able to work for 2 months or more. But praise God, I do have good news. There is an organization called Helping Hands. And they have agreed to pay for my husband's entire medical expenses, from his emergency trip to his surgery to his future doctor visits that he will have to make. So that is amazing, and I praise God for that. He's taking care of us. But it's been difficult because I'm the only one working right now. And it's just hard. So, I mean, we are financially affected, and also our big wedding. So we're already married, but we're having our big wedding ceremony in October. And there's obviously expenses for that are coming up, and that's only about 4 months away. So the pressure is definitely on in regards to our finances, and it's been hard. And I've been, just trying not to worry and trusting in God. And I, for some reason, so last Friday, I stumbled across a video on my newsfeed. Now, my YouTube is usually all filled with Christian things like pastor sermons and fellow watchman channels about the rapture and end times and so on. That's usually all I watch on YouTube. I used to be a big political nut. Before I started walking with Jesus, I watched all these political videos, and I haven't really done that in the past, 5-6 months. So I never really come across political things. Once in a while I will, but never really anything about abortion. And I am pro-life, of course. I've been pro-life my entire life. But last Friday I stumbled across a video from Abby Johnson. Now, those of you who don't know who Abby Johnson is, she is the true story inspiration behind the movie Unplanned that came out in March. Now, I heard about that movie. I wanted to see it. I didn't really understand what it was all about. I knew it was about abortion, but I didn't really know that it was about a particular woman's story. So Abby Johnson is a former abortion clinic director for Planned Parenthood. She was in Planned Parenthood for 8 years, and she is now no longer involved. She's a pro-life activist now, and she goes around the country, and she's been in other countries too, telling her story. And if you aren't familiar with her, I really recommend listening to her story, because it has opened my eyes in several different ways, not just with abortion. Like, she really exposes the evil, pure evil of abortion, and really demolishes the lies that Planned Parenthood, I can't talk, Planned Parenthood puts out there. She really tells the truth, and it's incredible to listen to. But the biggest thing that she opened my eyes to, that her story opened her eyes to, and why I feel God brought this video to me, is because I realized something that I probably have known this whole time, but it really stood out to me. Is if you look at all the people in the Bible, and then you look at Abby Johnson today, and there's other people, I'm just using her as an example, they all have something in common. And that is, when God calls you for his plan, and he's got a plan for you to do his will and to bring glory to him, it's not an easy one. It's not a cakewalk, okay? It's not all rainbows and sunshine all the time. In fact, most of the time, it requires great trials. You look at, just as an example, you look at Abby's story. She was making really good money in Planned Parenthood. She became the director of the clinic. and she was, getting promoted, getting awards, great money, income. Her life seemed all hunky-dory until she came face to face with the evils of abortion, and she realized what she was a part of was very wrong. And she suddenly had a choice to make. And the decision to walk away was not an easy one. She was losing her great income. A lot of her friends were pro-choice and in Planned Parenthood themselves. And so if she walked away, she would lose a lot of her friends. But God was calling her to do something bigger. God was calling her out of that sinful lifestyle and calling her to do his glory, to bring glory to his name and help put an end to abortion. And that was not easy for her to walk away from. And then you look at Paul in the Bible. He was a prosecutor of Christians. And then God called him away from that. Suddenly now he's the one being prosecuted. He's the one who has to ultimately give up his life for Jesus and was killed for him. I mean, when God calls us to do something, it's never going to be easy because we are not of this world. And the world will and does hate us. And I don't know what God's doing in my life right now. I have no idea what the point or purpose or reasons are behind these certain things that are going on in my life, but I trust in him, and I'm excited to see what he's doing in my life. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know how he's going to use my husband and I for his glory, but I'm excited to see it. And what I'm realizing now is it is not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And God is never going to let you fall. You trust in him. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Just a little reminder. Thank you so much for watching. God bless.